buri munsi amafoto kuri za social media murayabona baca umutwe bakagenda bawerekana ahandi barabotsa akabarisha imigati bakabate murabona ukuntu tuzabagenza mwese.
This is Mobutu Sese Seko, the president of Zaire, and Juvenal Habyarimana, the president of Rwanda. It's the early 1980s. The world, their allies, but beneath the surface, their friendship has a ticking time bomb. Only that we explored 2 decades of war, displacement, and the hidden genocide in the heart of Africa. The story begins long before Mobutu and Habyarimana under Belgian rule in 1885. European powers met in Berlin and divided Africa without considering the people who lived there. Kingdoms were split, rival groups were forced together, and ethnic identities were reshaped by colonial rule. One of the most affected regions was Central Africa. The Tutsi, a group historically tied to Rwanda and Burundi, found themselves scattered across newly down borders. Some ended up in Congo, then controlled by Belgium. Under Belgian rule, the colonial administration categorized the people by ethnicity, reinforcing divisions. In Rwanda and Burundi, Belgium favored the Tutsi minority, giving them political power over the majority. But in Congo, Tutsis were often seen as outsiders, despite living there for generations. By the late 1950s, this African nation pushed for independence.
Big dream.
Pension laws. In Rwanda, Hutu-led movement overthrew the Tutsi monarchy in 1959, leading to waves of Tutsi refugees fleeing to Congo. Some were integrated peaceful, but others faced forcefully from local communities and the new Congolese government. During Congo post-independence in 1960s, Congolese Tutsis were caught in struggle for identity. Were they Congolese or foreigners? The question never had a clear answer. By the 1970s and 80s, they were frequently attacked by Mobutu regime, accused of being Rwandan infiltrators. After Rwanda's 1959 revolution, the new Hutu-led government systematically discriminated against the Tutsi minority, forcing many into exile. The regime spread propaganda portraying Tutsi as foreigners and enemies. By the late 1880s, a new threat emerged, the Rwanda Patriotic Front, a rebel group led by Tutsi exiles who wanted to return home. In 1990, the RPF invaded Rwanda, sparking a civil war. In response, the government trained and armed militias like Interahamwe to prepare for mass killings. Hutu extremists used the radio broadcasts, newspapers, and speeches to dehumanize Tutsis, calling them cockroaches.
cyane cyane iyo umwanzi ukugarije cyangwa ugushyize mu byago ari umugome uteye ubwoba nk'inyenzi inkotanyi.
And claiming they wanted to enslave Hutus. The Hutu power ideology spread, urging ordinary civilians to see Tutsis as enemies. Meanwhile, weapons including machetes were stockpiled across the country. The militia groups received military training. A key list was compiled, targeting Tutsi leaders and moderate Hutus who opposed the plan. When President Juvenal Habyarimana plan was shut down, Hutu extremists made the launch the genocide. Roadblocks were set up, Tutsis were hunted door to door, and nearly 1 million people were killed in just 100 days. The genocide was not chaos, it was organized. The government, the media, and the militias worked together to ensure mass killing, while the international community watched and did nothing. The Rwandan Patriotic Front (RPF) fought its way back into power in 1994. After the genocide, by 1,000 Hutu refugees, some of whom had taken part in the genocide, fled into Congo, setting a chain of reaction. Rwanda invaded the Congo in 1996, overthrowing Mobutu, but the conflict didn't end. Congolese Tutsis fought alongside Rwanda in multiple wars. Eventually, a rebel group called the CNDP, National Congress for the Defense of the People, emerged demanding the rights of Congolese Tutsis. In 2009, CNDP signed a peace deal with Congolese government. By 2012, former fighters accused the government breaking its promises. They mutinied and formed a new rebel group, the March 23 movement, M23, named after the date of Fred Peace Agreement. Since then, M23 has been at the center of ongoing violence in eastern Congo and fighting for the same cause, protection and political recognition for Congolese Tutsis. But for Congo government, M23 is just another foreign backed militia destabilizing the country. This conflict, rooted in colonial history, is still unfolding today. The eastern Congo is a war zone of over 120 armed groups FDLR still operates Rwanda and Congo trade acquisition, while Tutsis are caught in crossfire. But this isn't just local conflict, it's a geopolitical standoff. Rwanda justifies its involvement by claiming it's protecting Congolese Tutsis from persecution.
SADC coming to assist Tshisekedi to fight alongside FDLR, these murderers of our people here in this country, to fight against mercenaries, and to have Burundi on ethnic political basis decide to support Tshisekedi in whatever endeavor, including exactly doing what those murderers did to our people and what they are doing in Eastern Congo. They have displaced people, they have killed people, they have persecuted them on a daily basis for who they are. We have refugees here who have been here for the last 20 plus years, just dislocated from Congo and sent to Rwanda because they say these are ethnic Tutsis, therefore they belong to Rwanda, they don't belong there.
While Congo sees Rwanda backing of M23 as direct attack on sovereignty, meanwhile, millions of civilians remain trapped in the middle. The violence has forced millions to flee their home, making Eastern Congo one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. The refugee camps overthrow and peace treaties continue to collapse. Despite international efforts, the region remains locked in a cycle of conflict, with no clear end in sight. More than a century after colonial borders were drawn, the wounds they left behind are still breathing. Congo's government has used the conflict to cling to power, signing deals with forward for votes. Meanwhile, millions endure starvation and disease. But this isn't just a story of the despair. In 2023, protests erupted as Congolese youth demanded change. We are tired of being pawns. This is our home. Let us leave. Yet, peace remains a mirage. Congo's minerals still fuel our funds. Rwanda still denies, and the world still looks away. This is the hidden war, a story of colonial cost, ethnic scars, and global indifference. For Congo Tutsis, survival is resistance. For FDLR, impunity is power. And for the world, silence is complicity. For decades, the world has watched as violence erupt in Eastern Congo. Internationally, actors speak of peace agreements and humanitarian aid, but the deeper issues rooted in colonial borders, ethnic tensions, and geopolitical remain unaddressed. The cycle continues because the real reason behind the conflict are ignored, and the voice of the people caught in the middle is drowned out. But in Congo, the war isn't history, it's now. It's lived every day by those who have no choice but to survive. It's lived by Banyamulenge, the FDLR, the displaced families, and the children who grew up knowing only war. This cycle of violence is not something of the past, it's the present, and unless we confront it, unless we address the legacies of colonialism, the regional power struggles, and the complicity of the global communities, the war will continue. The war for peace in Congo isn't over. Till we face the true story behind it, the cycle won't end.